And perfect timing, folks. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 11 of the 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series season. The green flag has been shown. 20 drivers started the Monster 200 here at the Monster Mile Dover Speedway on NASCAR Heat 5. 18 of them left on the racetrack and still rolling. Harold Burden, Aaron Garcia, Landon Jenkins, and Dawson Brush the front two rows for the restart as they thunder into Turn 3. Round 11 of the 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series season hosted here on NASCAR Heat 5, the 6th annual NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series season. And we have a new race leader. It's Dawson Brush in the 23 taking the lead for the first time in this race. It's bringing Trey Hollywood in the number 8 Ford F-150 with him. Trey finished 5th in Stage 1. Of course, Aaron Garcia won the pole for this race in the 24 truck and won Stage 1 in the end. I'm NASCAR CEO and founder Tyler McMurder, along with my in-race reporter, 2022 NASCAR Novice Cup Series champion Alex Tesdahl. Strap yourselves in, kick back, relax, grab a cold can of soda, make a nice warm brew of coffee, and enjoy the show. It's a 200-lap race. 20 drivers started the event, 18 left on the racetrack. Some trucks have been knocked off the lead lap. And another lead change, and it's the points leader taking over here. It's Aaron Garcia in the 24 Chevy Silverado. It's his final season, his final ride here in the NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series, along with Charles Jackson in the number 66 and a few others. Top two beginning to drive away from the rest of the field a little bit. The battle for third on back looks like this. Trey Hollywood in the 8, Landon Jenkins in the 02, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51. That's the rest of the drivers in the top 5. They have Jordan Roughton in the 18 right there with them, and Charles Jackson in the 66 truck there as well. Charles has a couple of wins in the Truck Series this year. One of the heavy hitters, one of the favorites here for the championship in 2023. Keep your eye on our in-race reporter Alex Tesdahl. He won the Platinum Cup Series race here at Dover just a couple of years ago. He's one of the favorites to win tonight at Dover Speedway. He's very good at these Bristol and Dover format tracks, the concrete surface, the high banks, and the oval-shaped ovals here. We'll take a moment now to throw it down to in-race reporter Alex Tesdahl, driving that 98 Ford F-150. Looking pretty good so far early in the going. Alex, I know you had a rough restart there. You got forced way up towards the wall, but you recovered nicely. You're in the top 10, and the truck looked pretty fast.
Yeah, I got a good truck, today, and if we can get the track position, I feel like it might be able to contend for the win. It's just, a little tricky to get, pick your way through the field here, so I think the goal is just to be patient and try to pick them off one at a time.
I couldn't agree more. I think you can compete for the win as well, and I think that the circumstances surrounding that are exactly the way you described them. Track position is going to be key. It's going to be hard to get, and it's going to be hard to hang on to once you do get it, and we wish you the best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, Alex Tesdahl, one of those drivers I firmly believe, and he believes as well. If he can get himself in position up there in the top 5 and battling for the lead, there's not much more that can stop him. A couple of trucks off the racetrack and done for the day. Jim in the 22 had some sort of problem at the very beginning of this stage. Didn't see exactly what happened to him. And Dave Marks Jr. in the number 17 Ford F-150 done for the day as well off the racetrack. So this leaves us with 18 trucks left on the surface, on the racing surface.
It's like the 38's in the pits.
And this would definitely be an unscheduled pit stop. There's a few of them, though. Honestly, there's a couple of takers. Harold Burden in the 56 Chevy Silverado is another one on pit road coming for service. And we have
a 8th around, and he's kept it low. Looks like he saved it.
He did, and a great job by him to keep it down there, because if he had came back up onto the racetrack, there was a number of trucks right there that were going to pile into him. And so a great save there by Trey Hollywood. For the most part, anyways, he kept the truck low, no serious damage for him. Looked like he got the left sides down on the apron. in turns 3 and 4, the most recent time by, and it's all she wrote. Doesn't take long, Alex, once you get those left sides on the apron. Truck goes around in a hurry.
Yeah, if you get too low, it can be really tough to save. I've made that mistake a few times myself.
Yes, sir. We've all done that at least once. And the battle for the lead is really heating up here, folks. We took our cameras away to kind of go through the field a little bit and kind of update you on where some of your favorite NASCAR drivers are running. And now we've got a side-by-side battle for the lead. Dawson Brush draws alongside Aaron Garcia on the inside. He even had the preferred groove, and it's going to tuck back in line as they go into turn 3. Did not have the momentum to complete the pass. And also update you and let you know Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 Toyota Tundra now scored in 3rd with his teammate Charles Jackson in the 66 Toyota Tundra right behind him in 4th. There's Charles. And Landon Jenkins, who battled with Aaron Garcia for the Stage 1 win, has now scored in 5th in the 02 Chevy Silverado. Don't count him out either. Gordon Roughton scored in 6th, and we can let you know as well, the 98 of Alex Tesdall has worked his way around Dustin Hardy for the 7th position. Good run by Dustin. See, we're not shocked to see Alex Tesdall having a great run here at Dover, but we are a little surprised to see Dustin Hardy in the 44 Silverado up there in the top 10. Not necessarily his favorite track, and he's been struggling a little bit as of late in the NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series. No top 10s for him this year in the first 20 races for the Motormaster Series, so he's really looking for a big month here in February to try to make a charge for the playoffs in both series. Dustin Franklin right there in the top 10 as well, currently scored in 9th. I really love the urban military style paint job there. And it's Sean Lucas on the 32 Silverado rounding out the top 10. He is scored in 10th. He has the Canadian driver Emily Seri driving the number 52 Toyota Tundra for Juicy J Motorsports just behind him. And she's scored in 11th, but I'm pretty sure that she is actually the first truck one lap down at this point in the race. She's shown great speed, and she's shown a couple of different times that she can actually stay right there with the trucks in the top 10. Just simply got stuck and trapped one lap down in Stage 1. And we have a new race leader. Dawson Brush in the number 23 Chevy Silverado started shotgun on the field. I guess I can't quite say that. He qualified 19th for the event out of the 20 trucks. He has finally taken the lead from the 24 of Aaron Garcia. Dawson has 1 win this year. He is not competing full-time in the Motormaster Series, only the Truck Series, so it's win or bust for him here in the NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series. He doesn't have the Motormaster Series to kind of save him and help his 2023 calendar year. And it appears that the rest of the top 5 is actually gaining a little bit of ground on the front 2. And I wonder if it's because those drivers were busy battling with each other for the lead for a couple of laps there. All of a sudden, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. and Charles Jackson and Landon Jenkins are all closing in. They're not quite close enough with each other to use any type of draft with each other. So any interval they are gaining is based on pure skill and the speed that they have in the trucks here today. 20 drivers started the event, 18 of them left on the racetrack, and we're working Stage 2 here for round 11 of the 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series season from Dover Speedway. It is the Monster 200 here at the Monster Mile. And a big save there for the 98 of Alex Tesdall. Now it appears he's going to bring that Ford F-150 to pit road for service. Now, you don't need to tell us your whole strategy, Alex, but can you make it safely from here to the end of the stage? How many laps to go?
Yeah, 20 laps to go on the stage. You can definitely make it safely from here.
And safe to say anybody else who's also made a pit stop can make it as well.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
So 20 laps remaining here in stage 2. Scheduled pit stops have been taking place and pretty much have been underway for about 10 laps here, maybe about 7 or 8 laps. If you pit about 10 laps ago, you're going to be a bit closer, but you still can make it. Alex Tesdall on pit road for service. And we've got another taker here. Looks like it was the 38 Ford F-150 of Dustin Franklin. Now he surrenders his top 10 position and comes to pit road. Alex Tesdall merges safely back onto the racetrack. And it's still Dawson Brush leading the way with under 20 to go in stage 2. Looking for a stage win here. Top 5 get those stage points. The stage winner, of course, gets that valuable playoff point. All of these drivers will tell you once the playoffs begin, that postseason, it is very key, very critical to have as many playoff points as you possibly can. You can rack up about 15 to 25 playoff points. You're not guaranteed a Final Four spot, but you're looking pretty darn strong. Emily Seri in the 52 comes to pit road. And Landon Jenkins in the 02 is going to come to pit road. Dustin Franklin leaving his pit stall to merge back onto the racetrack. Battle for position here. Jordan Roughton in the 18, Dustin Franklin in the 44. Neither one of them have made their scheduled pit stop here in stage 2. More pit stops beginning. I saw a couple of more takers this most recent time by, and we're watching a great battle between Jeffrey Robinson Jr. and Charles Jackson. We can tell you as well, Aaron Garcia in the 24 on pit road for his scheduled service in stage 2. He surrenders second place. It'll be interesting to see where he cycles out in relation to the rest of the front runners, whether he's behind Dawson Brush or in front of him. And Juicy J Motorsports Toyota's coming together here. They were both running in the top 5. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 and Charles Jackson in the 66. Both having a great night here. Great start to the Dover event. Dawson Brush surrenders the lead. And the 18, Jordan Roughton on pit road as well. Very busy place. It's a party on pit road. I believe this hands the lead over. I'm not too sure actually who this. We're going to throw it down to the in-race reporter Alex Tesdall to get a better idea.
44 currently holds the lead.
Wow, and Dustin Hardy staying out for a little bit longer here. A couple of extra laps, get some TV time and lead a few. Now he's going to surrender the lead and bring it to pit road. Under 15
cycles to 32 to the lead for now.
Getting word from in-race reporter Alex Tesdall. Sean Lucas is on pit, has taken over the race lead and has not come to pit road yet for his scheduled pit stop in stage 2. Now here he comes, diving down onto the apron here in turn 3. 19 starts for Sean Lucas this season. 2 top 5s and 9 top 10s for him in the Motormaster Series on Mondays, and it's been an even stronger season for him in the Truck Series on Tuesdays. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this completes the cycle of pit stops another time around for these leaders, and they should cycle back out to Dawson Brush in the 23 or Aaron Garcia in the 24 being your race leader yet again. Throwing it down to Alex Tesdall. Alex, do we have the 24 as our leader yet again?
Yes.
That's what I thought. So, after the cycle of pit stops, Aaron Garcia pitting about 2 laps before the 23 of Dawson Brush seemed to be the difference maker. It seemed to be enough. I don't know if his pit entry or pit exit or both was quicker as well, but nevertheless, Aaron Garcia has taken the lead back from Dawson Brush during the cycle of pit stops here in stage 2. He's got about a 10 truck length advantage over Dawson in the 23. About 10 laps remaining in stage 2. We'll get an exact count in just a moment for you, but Dawson's running out of time. Can he put those slightly fresher tires to good use and run down the points leader and challenge him for the stage win?
Got 8 to go on this stage.
And getting word. 8 remaining. It'll be 7 at the line this time by when they come out of turn 4. Still anybody's stage at this point. Charles Jackson and Landon Jenkins are also drawing closer. They're running in 3rd and 4th. And I'm not too sure what happened to Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51. He was running in 3rd before the cycle of pit stops began. He did stay out quite a bit longer than most of the others. That could have been the deciding factor there. He's running in 5th at this time. Top 5 get those stage points. Stage winner gets the playoff point. Still another 13 regular season races for these NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series drivers before the playoffs begin. And it's going to be also interesting to see who gets the free pass at the end of stage 2. I know some of these trucks have good speed, but are simply trapped 1 lap down after having a bit of a rough start in the first stage. And Sari, the Canadian, is one of them. She was scored in 11th before the cycle of pit stops began. We'll have to see where she runs at the end of all of this, and if she can hold on to 11th, I don't think anybody else has lost a lap in stage 2. She might get that free pass, get back on the lead lap. And he's there, folks. 5 to go in stage 2, and Dawson Brush in the 23 all over the tailgate of Aaron Garcia in the 24 as they go into turn 1. Almost had the preferred line, was almost able to poke a nose to the inside, and now looks like he's going to do it.
Actually 3 to go on the stage.
Oh, man. This is why you're here. They click off quickly here at Dover. They're coming into turn 4 now, so we're going to see the 2 laps to go signal, which means pit road is now closed. You got what you got. If you blow a tire, you got to stay on the racetrack. They put a lap now on Rush Downing in the 13. He falls 2 laps down to your race leader. And Dawson Brush gets the job done and takes over the lead with those slightly fresher tires. Here in stage 2, coming out of 4, the white flag has been shown. Next time by, they will see the green and white checkered flags to signal the end of stage 2. Dawson Brush has a couple of stage wins this season, a couple of playoff points this season, 1 win as well. And looking to add to that already impressive playoff point total. Unchallenged through 3 and 4. Aaron does not have the grip to get there. Dawson Brush wins stage 2. And we know that Aaron Garcia is going to finish in 2nd after all of this. Charles Jackson in 3rd. Landon Jenkins in 4th. And Jeffrey Robinson Jr. rounding out the top 5. Those are your top 5 here in stage 2. Stage point awardees.
Not sure who the 4 truck is, but they were parked right in the racing line coming to the end of the stage and caused a big wreck.
Yeah, the 4 truck would be Timmy Brown, 2018 Brickyard 200 winner, and you're right, severe damage to that Toyota. Who's our free pass truck? How many on the lead lap?
I just missed it. I'll let you know in a sec.
Okay.
Brock got the free pass, so it'll be 13 on the lead lap.
Perfect, thank you. Green flag here for the final stage of the Monster 200 at the Monster Mile Dover Speedway on NASCAR Heat 5. It is round 11 in the 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series season, hosted here on NASCAR Heat 5. 13 trucks left on the lead lap, 20 trucks started the event. And Dawson Brush leads them now into turn 3. There was contact deep in the field. We have a spinner. It's Kenny Adair in the 94. He's up against the outside wall. Sean Lucas in the 32 had nowhere to go. He got collected into that. But it looks like we're going to stay green.
Yeah, we're still green.
Dawson leads. Charles Jackson in the 66 draws alongside him, looking for second place, trying to bring Landon Jenkins in the 02 with him. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 right there as well. Justin Hardy scored in 6th, leading that second group of trucks. He's got Jordan Roughton, Trey Hollywood, Dustin Franklin, and Alex Tesdall with him. That's the rest of your top 10. Will Burden and Emily Sari right there just behind them. They're both just barely outside of the top 10. Emily Sari stuck 1 lap down, but one of the stronger trucks on the racetrack. Nearly contact between the 24 and the 66. The 24 gassed it a little bit to try to clear the 02, and actually it worked out. No contact was made, and Aaron Garcia is going to hold on to 3rd. He was free-falling ever since the restart, and it looked like he was going to lose a couple of positions, but he's going to find a hole and slot himself right there in 3rd and get his truck back to the bottom. The bottom seems to be the preferred line here today at Dover. Working the final stage. Round 11 of this season, and we're going to throw it down to in-race reporter Alex Tesdall. How many laps to go here in the final stage? We know it's a long one.
It'll be 101 to go next time by.
And we're looking at a lot of pit stops if this thing goes green the rest of the way. You guys are getting about, what is it, about 33 laps on fuel?
Roughly. Maybe 31, 32 if you push it. You'll burn a little extra.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very close to making it on 2 pit stops from here to the end of the race. Somebody's going to try it. But most likely everybody's going to need to make 3, because that's a lot of time that you're going to need to save. A lot of time you're going to lose if you're trying to save your tires and fuel to make it on 2 pit stops. You might not beat some of these drivers that do make that 3rd pit stop simply because of the speed you would be losing while saving your stuff. I don't really know what the best call here is. The viewers at home, if you think you got the right strategy to win this race, type it into the comment section below. And checking in on Sean Lucas in the 32. Had nowhere to go when Kenny Adair in the 94 got loose just a couple of laps ago. Some minor front end damage to the number 32 Silverado. He's lost touch with the pack. He pretty much needs a caution at this point to catch back up and have a chance. He's on the lead lap and he's in the top 15, having a pretty good day at Dover. He's had a strong season all season long. There's Ethan Hoekstra in the number 97. Having a pretty good year. He's just below the playoff cut line coming into this race. And he's just barely below the cut line for the playoffs in the Motormaster Series on Mondays as well. It's been a solid 2023 calendar year for the youngster. Won a couple of races with us in the 2022 NASCAR Novice Cup Series season, which is where Alex Tesdall won the championship. And they're all chasing the number 23 of Dawson Brush, who's chasing that 2nd win of the season. We're going to crank it up, folks, take a break from commentary and let you kick back, relax, and enjoy the action and enjoy the sounds of these trucks here on NASCAR Heat 5, and we'll ride on board with some of your favorite NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series drivers. And crank it down, folks. Going to bring you back to full commentary here, flag to flag from this point forward. Round 11 of the 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series season, hosted here on NASCAR Heat 5. It's round 11 of the season. 20 drivers started the event for the 200 laps here at Dover, and we have 17 trucks left on the track. 13 trucks on the lead lap when we started the final stage. Dawson Brush in the 23, still your leader. We're in the middle of a cycle of green flag pit stops. We'll get more updates from Alex Tesdahl here shortly. First, we're going to take a hot lap or two here with your race leader, Dawson Brush in the 23. Get an idea on how he's driving this Chevy Silverado. And you can see exactly how low these leaders are getting down to the apron. The inside line, the preferred line here at Dover. We've seen times in the past on NASCAR Heat games where you would like to run the middle on corner entry and kind of diamond these corners, but on NASCAR Heat 5, and as the graphics and physics of these games kind of adjusted over the years is a good word for it, the bottom has been the preferred groove here at Dover Speedway for a couple of games or two. Or a game or two, I should say. You'll see these drivers getting very close down to the apron to try to take the shortest route around this track possible, especially in these heavy trucks. They have less horsepower than the Cup cars and Xfinity cars. It's just, there's not much to gain by driving it in a little bit harder, letting it drift up to the top, and then diamonding the corner. It's really all about the bottom here at Dover Speedway. Dawson Brush, your leader in the 23 Silverado. We've had one cycle of green flag pit stops here in the final stage. We have about 60 laps to go at Dover Speedway. Throwing it down to in-race reporter Alex Tesdahl, driver of the number 98 Ford F-150 for Steel Horse Motorsports. Alex, how many laps do we have left, and how's the truck feel after you've been able to make a pit stop in the final stage, make some adjustments?
Yeah, truck feels pretty good. It's got some speed. It's got put back a little bit. Had a little bit of a disagreement with the 18 truck. And we got 69 laps to go, so still plenty of time in this race to make a run at it.
Absolutely. And if we've already made one cycle of pit stops, safe to say we're going to need to make another 2 more. I was skeptical at first when we began this final stage. I was thinking that maybe somebody would try to make it on 2 stops from here to the rest of the way, but it looks like it's going to be 3.
Yeah, I don't think 2 stops is quite possible. Someone might try, but I don't think they'd be successful.
I think you're right. And we don't have Jesse Carlson here tonight for this event, or else I'm sure he would be one of those couple of trucks that give it a shot. The only one that I can think of that might try it is Harold Burden, driver of the number 56 Chevy Silverado. Has kind of made a name for himself here in NASCAR for his fuel strategies. Right now he's trapped 1 lap down behind your 2 race leaders, Dawson Brush and Aaron Garcia. Don't think he's going for the fuel strategy, but it also might be the only way that he unlaps himself and still has a shot to win this thing. I don't know what happened to him during the cycle of pit stops, but he's fallen a lap down. So is Sean Lucas in the 32, and so has Dustin Franklin in the 38.
Nah, Franklin's still on the lead lap. He's running P9.
I've got him scored here in P3 unless we have a whole different leader now. So the 23 is the leader. Aaron Garcia runs in second. Sean Lucas and Harold Burden, the 32 and 56, they're both in this camera shot, and it appears that they're both 1 lap down. I believe that the next truck behind them is the 38 of Dustin Franklin, and if that's the case, then he is trapped 1 lap down as well, or he's running in 3rd on the lead lap. Are you a lap down, Alex?
No, but I'm half a lap behind the leader.
And the leader's the 23?
I believe so.
Track map on the bottom left.
Shows a custom car.
Ooh, so it's not. Interesting. And if that's the case, then I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Charles Jackson. He was the one that was closest to the front that's running a custom truck, and there you see him. He's just in front of Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51. So evidently these two are the top 2 on the racetrack right now. I don't know if the 23 and 24 got pit road speeding penalties or what the problem is. But yeah, it's Charles Jackson leading. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 runs in 2nd. Landon Jenkins in the 02 Silverado runs in 3rd. And we do apologize to the viewers at home. No leaderboard for us to work with here up in the broadcast booth, and that's exactly why we have the 2022 NASCAR Novice Cup Series champion Alex Tesdall in here with us as an in-race reporter out there on the racetrack as well, driving the 98 Ford F-150 in the top 10. Always helpful and always useful, always feeding us information that we simply cannot attain on our own, up by ourselves, up here in the broadcast booth. In return, he's got to listen to my annoying voice all race long, so it's an honor to have him, and it's a pleasure to have him here as our in-race reporter. To the viewers at home that may not understand the magnitude of the situation, it's not easy to race while you're hearing somebody blab about what's going on around the track and may not even have anything to do with what he's going through. So shout out to Alex, and we appreciate him being here. Battle for the lead heating up. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is pushing hard on Charles Jackson. Charles beginning to make a couple of mistakes here and there. He's overdriving the truck at times, trying to keep the 51 from getting a big run. There's Landon Jenkins, scored in 3rd. He's got a big gap back to anybody else. See, I'm beginning to think that the 23 and 24 might have actually got some speeding penalties during their pit stops, because like I said, they're nowhere near the battle for the lead. They're nowhere near the driver running in 3rd, Landon Jenkins. Alex, you didn't see anything that happened to the 23 or 24? No updates on what might have caused this?
I did not see anything bad happen to either of them, so yeah, it must have happened on pit road.
No problem at all. Yeah, I'm thinking so, because this has changed the complexion of the race completely. Jordan Routon in the 18, if he's on the lead lap, then I believe he's the one scored in 4th. We're going to try to piece some of this together for the viewers at home. The 23 of Dawson.
Jordan is at least 1 lap down.
Okay. And how about Harold Burden in the 56? Do you think he's a lap down?
I don't know.
Okay, no problem.
I'm running P10, and before the pit stops, he was running right with me, so he shouldn't be, unless something happened.
So you're in P10. Who's in 9th and 8th?
Franklin and Hollywood.
Okay, yeah, so in this shot here, Trey Hollywood, the number 8 Ford F-150, scored in the 8th position. Sean Lucas in the 32 is trapped 1 lap down. Kenny Adair in the 94 is trapped 3 laps down. Jordan Routon is 2 or 3 laps down. In the 18, he just gave way and let these guys go. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's Dustin Hardy in the 44, scored in the 7th position, having a strong run. He's been strong all race long. And Kenny Adair in the 94, trapped 1 or 2 laps down, has slightly fresher tires than the group of trucks he's racing around, so he probably feels like Superman. And Harold Burden is not trapped one lap down. I believe he's scored in the 6th position. Aaron Garcia scored in 5th. Dawson Brush scored in 4th in the 23. And then you got to go way up to the front to find Landon Jenkins in the 02 Silverado, scored in 3rd. I think that we have successfully pieced together the entire top 10 for you, thanks to the help of in-race reporter Alex Tesdall. The battle for the lead looks like this. It's settled down just a little bit. Charles Jackson still your leader. The 2 Juicy J Motorsports Toyotas running 1-2. The team owner, of course, is Jeffrey in the 51, running in 2nd, looking for his first career win here in the NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series. Jeffrey is a former NASCAR champion on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition, as well as Supercross and GTA 5, if you can believe that. He's got 1 career win here in the NASCAR Tailgate, one career win in NASCAR on a NASCAR Heat game, and it came in the Cup cars in the NASCAR Legends Series. And now Charles Jackson went way to the inside on the back straightaway there, might be signaling he's coming to pit road, and he is, and so is Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51. Looked like the 66 really cooked him coming to pit road. Gotta wonder if he got a speeding penalty or not. If he did, this is going to give the lead to Jeffrey after the cycle of pit stops. And there
Something happened to the 18 a lap ago. He was right behind me and then just disappeared.
Yeah, Jordan Routon not having the race he was hoping for here tonight at Dover Speedway. Pit road a busy place. Timmy Brown in the 4 is on pit road as well. Jordan Routon in the 18 is actually now off the racetrack and done for the day here at Dover Speedway. Heavy front end damage, mostly to the right front on the number 18 Toyota Tundra. Aaron Garcia and Dawson Brush were both on pit road as well. The exact same lap that Charles Jackson and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. both came to pit road. Landon Jenkins in the 02, Dustin Franklin in the 38, and Ethan Hoekstra, the 97, come to pit road as well. It's a party on pit road, folks. And watching some of the leaders leave pit road, Dawson Brush is still in front of the 24 of Aaron Garcia. And now it appears that the 23 and the 24 are now ahead of Charles Jackson and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. There might have been some pit strategy going on from that first pit stop of the final stage. Some of these drivers, they all need to make 3 pit stops, but one of those pit stops, I'm pretty sure they can afford to take only 2 tires, maybe even just a splash of fuel. And I'm beginning to wonder if some of those drivers decided to take that 2-tire pit stop early. Not too sure.
Yeah, we'll be about 7 to 8 laps short. So yes, 2 tires might be an option if you want to try that route.
And it might be what some of these drivers did, because the running order was completely different before this most recent cycle of pit stops. I gotta wonder if maybe the 23 and the 24 decided to take their 2 tires on this pit stop, whereas Charles Jackson and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. might have taken the 2 tires on the first pit stop of the race. In hindsight, it's probably smarter to take the 2 tires for the very last pit stop, so that way you've got 4 fresh tires for the entire run, for the first 2 runs here in the final stage, the first 2 stints. I don't know, and that's why I'm up here in the broadcast booth and not out there on the racetrack, folks.
Yeah, I don't know, because, you know, taking the 2 early and having fresh tires, all the fresher tires for the final stint may allow you to chase down them leaders on 2 as well.
That's true as well. It really depends on when you decide to pit for that last stage and what exactly you want to do. I couldn't agree more. There's a couple of ways to go about this. We'll keep our eye on the leaders for the rest of the race. Try to piece this together as we go along. And you have the 23 as your leader, or is it the 02?
51.
Wait a minute. No way.
Yeah, 51's currently leading this race.
So Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is your race leader. He's looking for that first career NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series win. And guess what, folks? No competition behind him. Nobody hounding him. Nobody challenging him. I don't see Charles Jackson at all. In fact, I was under the impression that the 24 and the 23 leapfrogged the 51 and the 66 simply because that's where Charles Jackson was running. I think, Alex, that Charles got a speeding penalty on pit road. I commented and said that he really cooked him coming to pit road, and now he's nowhere to be found right behind Jeffrey. Yeah, Charles is not anywhere near the race leader anymore, whereas he was the leader before the cycle of pit stops began. Now it's Landon Jenkins running in second, Dawson Brush is in third, Aaron Garcia is in fourth, and if I'm not mistaken, Charles Jackson is now in fifth, and this leaves the lead to Jeffrey Robinson Jr. uncontested. Like, second place is about the full length of a straightaway behind the driver of the 51. And after a very rough Motormaster Monday last night, it would be such a feel-good moment for Jeffrey Robinson Jr. to hold on here and win at Dover.
Assuming this thing stays green, he might have this about wrapped up.
That's what I mean. He's got a huge lead, and if this thing stays green, he's got it, and there's no doubt about it. As long as he doesn't get a penalty on his very last pit stop, he's fine. And we're getting an update actually from Ethan Hoekstra, one of our NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series drivers. He's in the 97 Chevy Silverado here tonight. He's letting us know that yes, the 66 of Charles Jackson received a pit road speeding penalty on that most recent pit stop. This changes.
Wow, that changes everything.
It really does. You took the words right out of my mouth, Alex. This is crazy. This finally could be the night where Jeffrey holds on and claims that first NASCAR win in the NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series. Like, so close, so many times in the Motormaster Series and Truck Series and Platinum Cup for that matter, that it's gotten to the point now where it's like, is it ever going to happen? What's going on here? And now it looks like it could finally happen here tonight at Dover Speedway. Still the full length of a straightaway of a lead over second place running Landon Jenkins. And we're going to throw it down one more time here to Alex Tesdahl. How many laps to go here at Dover?
Coming to 24 to go.
Awesome, thanks very much. And I know that everybody needs to pit again, just not sure exactly what they're going to...
34 to go, my bad.
No problem, no problem. 34 laps remaining here at Dover Speedway, round 11 of the 2023 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series season, hosted here on NASCAR Heat 5. 20 trucks started the race, 16 of them left on the racetrack, rocking and rolling here in the final stage. With under 35 to go, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is your race leader. Landon Jenkins is the one scored in second in the 02 Silverado. No wins for him this year in trucks. 2 wins for him, though, this year in the Motormaster Series. Dawson Brush in the 23. He runs in the third position. We've got a truck stuck against the inside wall. It's Kenny Adair in the 94 Ford F-150, our 2018 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series champion. Looks like he's going to bring that truck to pit road. A lot of front end damage. He is one of our 2 former NASCAR Truck Series champions in the field. The other is Aaron Garcia, last year's truck champ in 2022, making his final run here, final season, full-time in the NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series. There's a couple of drivers doing that. Charles Jackson is another, and it's going to really open the door for some of these other drivers that are not necessarily powerhouse top-tier drivers, to give them an opportunity, give them a chance to win more races, to compete for a championship, and to not necessarily feel overmatched by a big 3 or a big 4 group of drivers. And there's Charles Jackson. Has dropped now to 5th after the pit road speeding penalty. He's got Dustin Hardy in the 44 right behind him, running in 6th. Dustin has had a strong race all race long, qualified in the top 8, and never looked back, really. I don't think he's been outside of the top 10 unless it's been during a cycle of pit stops. He's brought a lot of speed here tonight for the Monster 200 at Dover. Looking for that first win as well. And amongst all the drivers looking for their first career truck win, the highest running drivers in the running order, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. leading, and Dustin Hardy scored in 6th. Battle for position here. Looks like Alex Tesdall got a great run to the inside of Dustin Franklin, and if I'm not mistaken, that was a battle for the 8th position.
Yes.
Dustin falls to 9th, and Trey Hollywood runs in 10th a couple of laps ago. Alex was able to complete a pass on Hollywood as well. And Alex is definitely known for his speed here at Bristol and Dover. The concrete surfaces with high banks and the oval-shaped short track format here. There was a time when Alex won Platinum Cup races at Bristol and Dover in the same season. Was hoping for the same success here tonight. A couple of things have kind of put him behind, and now he's looking to salvage a top 10 and might even be able to drive up there for a top 5. He's got that kind of speed. And with one pit stop remaining, anything can happen. Gotta wonder what some of these drivers are going to do on that last pit stop. We talked about it a little bit. 2 tires might be the winning strategy. And you gotta wonder if some of these drivers that have lost touch with the race leader, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., you gotta wonder if they're gonna try something to close that gap and make a run at him. Dave Marks Jr., Jim, and Jordan Roughton are all off the racetrack and done for the day. 20 drivers started the event. 16 of them left on the racetrack, still rocking and rolling. Landon Jenkins, Dawson Brush getting closer together. That's a battle for second. Aaron Garcia was within striking distance of Dawson in the 23 for the third not too long ago, but he's kind of lost touch with them. And there you see him, the defending NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series champion. Also won the 2022 NASCAR Legends Series Championship last year here in the Cup cars. No playoff system for that, just simply the most points at the end of the season, and you are crowned the champion, and he ran away with that one. And we've got scheduled pit stops taking place. Look like Landon Jenkins in the 02 is the first taker amongst the leaders, and this is a very early pit stop. We can also tell you Emily Seri, the Canadian, in the 52 Toyota Tundra is on pit road as well. She was running in 12th when she made that pit stop. And this is a little early, Alex. I gotta wonder, and I gotta believe that he's taken 4 tires, just considering how early in the run this is. I think he could have went much further.
Yeah, we got a ways to go yet in the field run. Another, 7, 8, 9 laps, depending on when you made your last stop. So yes, pitting this early, you're definitely looking for 4 to get a big undercut and make a charge for the end.
I think you're right. And now we have under 30 laps to go. You gotta wonder when some of these other drivers are gonna come to pit road. How many laps do we have to go exactly?
20 to go. I don't think the 51's in.
Okay, money time. It's been hard to control the excitement in the booth. And Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 surrenders the lead for the time being and comes to pit road for scheduled service in the final stage. He's bringing Aaron Garcia in the 24 with him, Ethan Hoekstra in the 97 on pit road as well. And the gap is so large for Jeffrey, he might as well take 4 tires at this point. He's pitting with about 19 laps to go, or 18 to go, and he's got such a sizable lead on the rest of the field that he might as well take 4 tires, because I think that even if some of these others take 2, they still might not be in front of him, but if they are, they're not going to be very far in front of him, and he's going to have the tire advantage. And it looks like that's what he did, Alex. I think he took 4 tires. Aaron in the 24 is taking 4 tires as well.
Yeah, unless a yellow comes out, this thing really fell right into his lap.
And it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Couldn't have happened to a better guy. Someone who's come so close so many times. Like, I'm talking about 50 times, 30 times he's come so close to winning one of these races. And it finally might happen. We're getting a heartbreaking situation story, though, right now. Dustin Hardy in the 44 has suffered an engine failure, we like to call it here in the world of sim racing, a connection issue for the driver of the 44. He was running in 6th at the time and had not fallen outside the top 10 at all race long. That is a heartbreaking situation for Dustin Hardy. He needed a strong run here tonight, and he was having one up until now.
The rough season continues. Got a feel for the guy.
I really do, yeah, and it's just been one of those years for him where nothing seems to go his way. He's had flashes of brilliance at a couple of different times. Whenever you're running ahead of Alex Tesdall at Dover, you're doing something right, just as an example. And yeah, this is another race where Dustin's not going to get the finish he deserves. And while we have you, Alex, we would love to know who the leader is.
56 currently scored as the leader. He hasn't pit yet.
All right, then. Thanks a bunch. You know what that means. Harold Burden in the 56. Leading the way, long-time NOSSCAR driver. Started with us back on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition. Holds wins here in the Truck Series. Couple of trucks just behind them coming up to try to unlap themselves. Harold has yet to come to pit road for his scheduled pit stop. It's been a strong season for him. It's always a consistently strong year every year for Harold Burden in the 56, and there was contact there between he and Alex Tesdall. Looked like Harold just drifted up the hill and into the side of him for some reason. I know the tires are getting worn on the race leader, but still that was a little bit uncalled for, I must say. And now Alex is going to return the favor and clear the 56. Harold grabs a handful of steering wheel down the back straight away now. He's now in the middle of the track, letting a few trucks go. And a good save by everyone involved. Harold continues to lead. He has not made that scheduled final pit stop of the race. We have under 15 laps to go here at Dover Speedway, looking to crown a winner of the Monster 200. And now it looks like Harold's going to surrender the lead. This time by, pulls it down onto the apron and comes to pit road. And now when you're this close to the end of the race, depending on what the left side tires look like, it might be tempting to take 2 tires and a can of fuel.
Yeah, from here, 2 might be doable to get, try to sneak your way into the top 5 or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. It would definitely be worth looking into. And let me know who the new leader is once that's all taken care of.
It'll be 10 to go for whoever it is. 51 still.
All right. And 10 laps to go for Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the number 51 Toyota Tundra. Not to alarm anybody, but the 23 of Dawson Brush is a lot closer now than he was before. I'm not sure exactly what's caused this. And I'm not sure if he has the same grip level of tires as the 51. Whoa, there was nearly contact there between the 4 and the 51. They're teammates, folks. Timmy Brown almost making contact there. Now Kenny Adair throwing a block on the leader. Jeffrey's not going to handle that very nicely. He clears them now. He diamonds the corners in turns 3 and 4. Stays in front of Dawson Brush for now, but now he's there. Dawson is on the tailgate of Jeffrey Robinson Jr., and the war is on. I would not be surprised if Jeffrey used the bumper in this battle to keep the lead and keep the win. He's come too close too many times. Tonight's got to be the night. Oh, and the crossover move. Dawson Brush takes the lead on the inside. And again, folks, not too sure where this kind of speed is coming. And new race leader, Dawson Brush, takes the lead here at Dover Speedway. 7 laps remaining. And 5 to go here at the line, if I'm not mistaken.
4 to go.
4 to go. And Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is within a truck length of the race leader, Dawson Brush. He's got a chance still. Again, I'm amazed. I don't know where the speed is coming from because there was such a huge gap in between the 51 and the 23. I don't know how Dawson is back in this thing. I was wondering if maybe it was because of a 2-tire or no-tire call. But now that I've seen them racing around each other a little bit, I think the speed is about even somehow. And Jeffrey is going to be in a bit of trouble here. He's going to need to figure something out if he's going to want to claim this win.
Man, I was actually pulling for the guy. Hopefully he can. I'd like to see him pull something off.
There was a couple times here where I stood up out of my chair. I was so excited for him. We have 2 laps to go, and I hope he can get there to make this happen. Dawson Brush wins frequently here in NOSSCAR. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. still looking for that first ever Tailgate Truck Series win. White flag this time by. It's going to take a miracle. One of these lap trucks is going to need to really hold up the 23. Jeffrey's going to need to make a big move near the end. Ethan Hoekstra in the 97 might be that miracle driver. So far, it's not going to work. Jeffrey drove into turns 3 and 4 really deep, as hard as he could. It's not going to be quite enough. Dawson Brush is going to hang on to win the Monster 200 at Dover Speedway. And a strong effort, a big run, a big night here for Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51, coming this close yet again to snagging that first career NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series win. Don't forget photos of the results for us, Alex, all 20 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And what a run there. Charles Jackson is going to finish in 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. Landon Jenkins in 4th, and Aaron Garcia in the 24 is going to round out the rest of the top 5. Congratulate the 23 Chevy Silverado. We will hear from him in just a moment. What a long one. These truck races, 100% distance, are a real grind, a real test of endurance for these drivers here on NASCAR Heat 5. 100% distance is quite a ways to go in one of these truck races. 200 laps at Dover. And extending our biggest congratulations to Dawson Brush. And we'll need somebody to invite Juicy J and Freedom Flyer into this group chat so we can have a quick interview with them. We'll start the post-race interviews with Charles Jackson, the driver of the number 66 Toyota Tundra here in the NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series. Finishes 3rd here tonight at Dover. You led some laps. You looked strong. You were in the top 5 pretty much all race long. Describe how the Monster 200 at Dover unfolded from the perspective of behind the wheel of that number 66.
2 speeding penalties. That's how it went.
Yeah, honestly, we watched this up in the booth, and all of a sudden, after a cycle of pit stops, a few of the trucks you were right around, battling for the lead and for the win, they were long gone, and we pieced it together from up here with our in-race reporters. What happened on that pit road entry? We saw you just in front of the 51. Did you gas it at the last second, a little too hard?
No, I just screwed up. Not once, but twice. I can't blame anybody but myself.
What are your thoughts going into Kentucky later tonight? What do you think of your chances there?
If it was an Xfinity car, I'd say I would go shopping. This piece of crap truck, I doubt it.
Well, we wish you the best of luck the rest of the way. We hope we hope this negative feeling goes away. We apologize. And moving forward, driver finishing in second here tonight. Driver of the number 51 Toyota Tundra for Juicy J Motorsports, the team owner himself, folks, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. Jeffrey, you came so close to winning the Monster 200. We were all cheering for you here in the broadcast booth. There was literally 2 different times when I stood up out of my chair to call the action because I was so excited for you. What do you think went wrong near the end? How did Dawson Brush and the 23 gain so much time on you after the very last pit stop? What were some of the techniques and ways that you were driving the truck to keep your truck up there in the top 5? How were you going about driving the corners here that gave you so much speed all race long? You were a contender from start to finish. Did it feel good being behind the wheel of the 51 for a while, though, knowing that you were right there at the dance with a shot to win? 10-4. We wish you the best of luck at Kentucky later tonight. We're sorry and heartbroken for you that it wasn't your night here at Dover, and we hope that first win comes very soon. And off to victory lane we go. The party spoiler, folks, that's what we're going to call him. Dawson Brush, the driver of the number 23, wins in dramatic fashion here at Dover Speedway to claim the win here in the Monster 200. Congratulations, my friend. You stole the win away from Jeffrey Robinson Jr. near the end. It was rather unexpected. Somehow you gained a tremendous amount of time on him in that last stint, on that last pit stop. Walk us through your race. Tell us a little bit about how you were able to do that and overcome such a large gap to the race leader. Can someone get him back in here? Well, evidently we are not going to speak to the race winner.
I think he said no interview in the text chat.
Oh, okay. See, yeah. Fine then. One last congratulations in order here for Dawson Brush, driver of the 23 Chevy Silverado for Timac Motorsports. Second win of the season, second career Tailgate Truck Series win, and further cementing his legacy here in NOSSCAR, further cementing his shot at the championship this year, adding some more playoff points to his already impressive total. And we're going to throw it down to in-race reporter Alex Tesdall for final thoughts on the Monster 200.
It was an overall pretty good race for me, and, you know, a lot tamer than I originally expected, and I kind of liked that. Allowed for a lot of strategy to play out, brought the truck home P6, just outside the top 5. Probably could have contended with the leaders if I could have navigated the lap traffic and, you know, other trucks around me, but P6 is a good result, and on to the next one. I'm not even sure where we're going.
Yeah, we're off to Kentucky next here, but yeah, Dover was very clean. I was kind of surprised by that. 20 trucks and 200 laps and just a very difficult track, and I think we went caution-free other than for the ends of the stages. Is it because everybody kind of got spread out quickly?
Yeah, got spread out relatively quick, and it allowed for us, to get settled in and fall in the rhythm. And to correct you, we had one caution for an incident.
Ah, okay, thank you. And how did the truck feel on long runs? We know that if you start with a bit of a tighter truck, it comes to you eventually. How did the setup handle on yours?
Yes, the setup came to me just as I wanted it to in the final stage. For the first half of the race on the shorter stages, I was a little slow, as you probably noticed, but as the race went on, I was able to slowly claw my way into a good result.
Yeah, which makes sense because we saw you doing it too. We saw you drive from
Yeah.
10th to 7th in the final stage once the run was longer. Congratulations on a strong run here tonight at Dover. Good luck to you at Kentucky.
Thank you.
That's going to do it here, folks. The Monster 200 is in the history books, and at the end of it all, it was Dawson Brush, the driver of the number 23 Chevy Silverado, parking in a victory lane for the second time here in the 2023 Tailgate Truck Series season. From all of us here at NOSSCAR, we are saying so long and stay fast, folks.